Good afternoon, I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News, the headlines. President Edgar Lungu leads foreign dignitaries in celebrating the life of KK. Government urged to reduce the cost of farming imports. Join with the Midday News in detail after this commercial.
Our achievements in the health sector. As the Patriotic Front government, we have recruited and deployed 27,000 nurses and other health personnel across the country to provide the much-needed healthcare, including the fight against COVID-19, child healthcare, as well as maternity care to all parts of the country. Vote for Edgar Lungu and the PF that have brought you change.
May I please have one beer and 2 glasses?
Do you have champagne? Yes.
Hold that thought. No champagne, just for the month. You know we gotta keep on texting R to 9595.
I'm sick and tired of this R9595.
You stand a chance of your lifetime to win a brand new 2020 Range Rover Evoque when you text R to 9595. From as little as 5 kwacha, you get 1 entry. 10 kwacha for 3 entries, and 20 kwacha will give you a whopping 7 entries. There will also be daily and weekly consolation prizes up for grabs. That's great news, right? Competition runs from 12th of May to 31st of August 2021 and is only open to Zamtel subscribers. Terms and conditions apply.
Zamtel, your digital lifestyle partner.
And now the Midday News in detail. Various heads of states have paid their tribute to Zambia's first Republican president, Kenneth Kaunda, who passed on the 17th of June 2021 in Lusaka, aged 97. The heads of states flew in from a number of African countries have joined Zambia's President Edgar Lungu in remembering the country's founding father. Speaking during the state funeral at Lusaka's showgrounds, President Edgar Lungu says Dr. Kenneth Kaunda's life was exemplary and that it needs to be celebrated rather than mourned. Among the presidents in attendance were South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa, Zimbabwe's Emmerson Mnangagwa, Nigeria's Muhammad Buhari, and Paul Kagame of Rwanda, among other senior foreign dignitaries.
They came in masses to join Zambians in paying their tributes to their country's founding father, Kenneth Kaunda. Dr. Kaunda, who was the country's first president, left the people of Zambia on 17th June 2021 at the age of 97. Presidents of various African countries flew in to pay respects to Dr. Kaunda at the state funeral, which was being held at Lusaka's showgrounds. Zambia's President Edgar Lungu says Dr. Kaunda was a legend and true African icon who should be celebrated instead of mourned.
We are also here to pay utmost respect to a great man, a legend, a true African icon, and the founding father of our country, Zambia. At the age of 97, many people would say we are celebrating the life of Kenneth David Kaunda rather than mourning him.
President of South Africa, Cyril Ramaphosa, says the people of South Africa will forever remain grateful to Dr. Kaunda for standing with them during the apartheid.
Zambia provided us with the material and moral support and gave refuge to our leaders and those who had been forced into exile from our country.
Zimbabwean President Emmerson Mnangagwa has described Dr. Kaunda as a source of inspiration, saying he lived a life of sacrifice.
In President Kaunda, the continent has lost a Pan-Africanist, liberator, an elder statesman, visionary leader, and a selfless cadre who dedicated his entire life to the independence.
Others in attendance were heads of state from Malawi, Mozambique, Botswana, Ghana, Kenya, and Namibia. Dr. Kaunda will be laid to rest on 7th July 2021 at the presidential burial site. Zipporah Mushala, Camnet News, Lusaka.
Residents of Lusaka's Kanyama compound have expressed mixed feelings towards government's announcements that schools that were closed for 21 days will reopen on the 8th of July 2021. While others feel reopening of schools is a good move despite the rise in cases of COVID-19, others are still skeptical about their children's safety, especially those in primary sections.
Despite the increase in the number of COVID-19 cases in the country, government through the Ministry of General Education has announced that schools will on the 8th of this month reopen for the second time. According to General Education Permanent Secretary Dr. Jobex Kalumba, schools are expected to meet the required standards of COVID-19 prevention, but this development has not been received well by some parents who feel it's not the right time to allow children to go back to school with a high daily statistics.
COVID is real, like for myself. So, it's not to run in the school like as of now. Because every day, my death rates are increased. So, but my rules, my health tips, instead of my sanitizer, at least it can help. Then, I think we should come together like
Yeah, yesterday when I'm about 71. So this is about prevention, you know, actually for my school room. Apa, when I read apa, vana, vangatende matende ya COVID. And my places are talking about different places. So, number yakufa bangapapile. So I don't think it's good to put a good.
But Mr. Richard Zimba feels schools must reopen because this will reduce on a lot of unwanted pregnancies amongst the pupils.
Sifmati bana wanongeke makomboni. Kozi bana isi bazatonongekera mama ni mawanene zabeza chwana tutombodoba machani tombodoba doba machani so ije sima wama. At least banda go ku school ipanga go sense. Initially bintu bambiri shibapita ko munga pa komboni. Ngapasile bana mamimba bantu wapesika makomboni.
Meanwhile, several pupils have expressed different opinions concerning reopening of schools.
Makomboni washa corona izafuta. So tubaenda ku school tava ma face mask tasama kumanza. Atakapunzira tikalemba msemushe. Tikasizolemba pa mabuku tasama kumanza. Tava face mask tikakomboka kwenda state kunyumba. Waona kunyumba bya kulipima pyanga washambale. Watenga umweke walemba ukashirika wapona ngoni maskulu segulile time mavala corona sangu kama jangi nitapata bwaji kama majangi timbua mzambia mu
Blessings Chakwila, Camnet News, Lusaka.
KRI Zambia has called on all farmers to diversify their agriculture activities, adding that this will improve the economy and reduce on poverty levels. Speaking in an interview with Camnet TV News, Friday, KRI Zambia Executive Director Dr. Frank Kayula says his institution is working hand in hand with government to reduce farmers on the need to diversify the agriculture sector.
The Zambian agriculture policy recognizes that crop diversification is one of the key essentials for achieving food and nutrition security. KRI Zambia Executive Director Frank Kayula says diversifying the agriculture sector will guarantee food security, improve and reduce poverty vulnerabilities in the country.
Crop diversification is actually the system of cropping where you have different crops that are grown at the same time, for you to spread the risks when you are doing your agriculture, especially agriculture as a business, but it can be done also for food security.
Mr. Kayula says there is need to build capacity among the farmers on the importance of diversifying away from monocropping, which has characterized Zambia's agriculture sector.
To take one preferred crop, you still survive on another crop, but also it takes advantage of the various markets that are existing for various crops, so that the farmers are able to make money not from a single market, maybe a maize market, but they can also make money from a vegetable market or a soybean market.
Government, among other stakeholders, have also encouraged crop diversification as a means of ensuring national food security. Blessings Chakwila, Camnet News, Lusaka.
The National Malaria Elimination Center has called for adherence to malaria preventive measures from members of the public in order for the country to achieve its goal of eliminating local malaria transmission by December 2021. Speaking in an exclusive interview with Camnet TV, MNEC Public Health Vector Control Specialist Emmanuel Kume says members of the public shun indoor residue spraying of their homes and abrogate regulations to sleep under treated mosquito nets, which is posing a challenge to achieving malaria control goals. Malaria still remains one of the country's disease burdens, recording over 2,000 deaths from the same annually. Dr. Kumar, however, says that concerted effort, Zambia can achieve its goal of ending malaria from being a public health concern.
Therefore, by 2030, under the SDGs, we will know, we have done it. So if China has done it after 70 years, I don't think Zambia will reach 70 years before completing malaria in the country. Looking at the interventions, the new public health innovations that have come on board, and looking at the quality of the staff that are driving the motion to eliminate malaria. Therefore, let the nation be assured, strides are being made, achievements are being seen in certain areas. No, malaria is a difficult disease to eliminate completely. It needs to be level-headed, and also we are lucky, we have the political will, funding also across, and the partners are also doing their best to see that malaria is eliminated in Zambia.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Media News, but before we go, here are the headlines once again. President EDGAR LUNGU leads foreign dignitaries in celebrating the life of KK. Government urged to reduce the cost of farming inputs. Well, that is all. Thank you for joining me. I am Precious Mzeya Sakaleji. Remember to always stay safe, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds or use alcohol-based hand sanitizer, wear your mask and avoid crowded places. Stay safe and good afternoon.